Joshua Letti Lubwama is a professional footballer playing as a midfielder for Uganda Revenue Authority Football Club. Yeah. So far it's been a wonderful journey. Ever since the time I was at URA FC as my first professional club in the league. Yeah, from there I went to Wakiso Giants Football Club, and then after I joined URA Football Club, and I've so far spent 1.5 seasons. It's not been a smooth journey, I should say. Of course, it has had ups and downs, more so in the way we play, in the results, but then like someone who is committed and someone who is so hopeful, I guess, I believe it will be, the journey will get smooth as time goes by. Yeah. First of all, I don't want to think that I did that alone. No. First of all, I want to commend my fellow players, the ones that we found there, because as well we found the team in the 11th position, but that doesn't mean that, for example, it was the last on the log. No. So I want to commend them for the work they had done so far, and then as well commend the ones that we came with, that we gathered the efforts together, and then we had to push the team at least to positions whereby they were not the best at the moment, but then they were far better than the way we found the club at that time. Last season, first of all, we want to thank God that we had that season. I will not say that it was the best of seasons, no, because we finished in the 8th position. I believe a position that this club in its history, it has actually never finished in such a bad position, I should say. Yeah, there were so many issues around, maybe let me call it around that performance. And I want to believe as a player that there were so many factors that influenced that, for example, that result. First of all, I shouldn't say that we the players didn't, for example, work to the expectations or didn't deliver to the expectations. But I want to strongly believe that we surely changed so many coaches that season. And to me as a player, I really think it was one of the reasons as to why we didn't perform actually to the best of what the people expected us to perform. Why? Because certain players were drained psychologically, to be sincere to you, because changing, for example, after the loss of our dear coach, Coach Sam Timbe, to be sincere to you, not all of us are the same. That fact alone drained some players, so they went down psychologically, losing a loved one, because the late wasn't only a coach. That gentleman was more than a coach. He was like a father to us, because he used to mentor us. I mean, he used to take us like his sons. So with all that love, I'm not saying that all the other coaches that came by never had the love, but then there's someone that actually can be a little exception, I should say. Yeah, so losing Coach Sam, that demoralized most of the players, I should say. I won't talk on behalf actually of them, but it's what I saw. And so on losing Coach Sam, of course, we got other coaches. And then getting other coaches, I'm talking about their philosophies, because all coaches have their different philosophies. And then per se, of course, any good player is meant to, of course, suit and fit in any philosophy, or any system, or any, okay, let me say any philosophy that the coach has. But then, like you see, some of us are players, and some of them, okay, I should say they can't perform properly under intense pressure. And then so many other factors maybe could come with different maybe coaches, because they are coaches and with different actually approaches, and then with different characters, and then they also deserve a lot from us. So to some players, maybe I think that factor affected them so much, because they wouldn't handle working under intense pressure. And so in so doing, that alone made the playing staff to be a little like, for example, the squad to grow a little small, and then in so doing, most of the players that I should say were playing in, game out, of course they would get tired, and like, you know, when you're so tired and drained, you can't perform to your best. So I do believe that in that regard, those are some of the few reasons as to why maybe we never had such a season, like the way people believe that we would have had a good season. Yeah. I do believe it didn't have any impact, but I should say in fact, it just motivated us as we were starting the season, I believe. Yeah, because having lost on the finals and moreover in sport kicks, we had a very good game that final because I was in the pitch. We had a very good game against Bull, and to me, I really think after us having that championship before the main league, I believe actually it was a motivation factor because we finished on a final. Yeah, and we lost on sport kicks. So I do believe it wasn't one of the reasons as to why we never had a good performance in the league. Yeah, I only think it was just a motivator. First of all, I also want to commend all the coaches. They are very credible coaches. They are very good coaches, I should say. And to be sincere to you, they added a very big step in our careers. And I want to tell you that, how should I even term it? For example, you see, you can have, okay, for example, someone who is very good, but then maybe a few people see him as not good, I should say. Maybe the results don't favor him, but the other person is very good. So I can't surely say anything bad about those coaches because they were surely good coaches to me. And all I can say is to commend them and to thank them and to continue actually as well encourage them to keep pushing because learning never stops. Yeah, I learned a lot from them and I do believe that they also learned a lot from us. So I want to just thank God for them and then to only pray for like blessings in their career because I'm so glad that some of them are coaching somewhere apparently. Yeah, all I can say is success in their careers as also we keep pushing. Yeah. First of all, I want to be thankful to God for the grace. Yeah, and of course for the favor upon my career and upon my life because it is not so easily seen for a player to be regular, for example, on all the coaches, for example, the 4 coaches. Yeah, not that all the players are not good. Yeah, you can be a good player, but then you lose favor from a coach, however good you are. Yeah, so I want to first give credit to God for the grace and the favor He bestowed upon my life. And then secondly as well, I should say that it was basically hard work as well. Yeah, because we put in a shift and you put in a shift. And then I as well give that credit. Of course, I give myself credit for my mental strength as well, yes. Because like you see, moments came when we had a lot of pressure. We had like intense pressure on ourselves, but then I want to give credit to myself and of course to the support system around me for the great work that they did because they used to encourage me a lot. And in so doing, I had to gain the mental strength to keep going. So that's for the sole reason I want to say that it was because of the mental strength and the grace of God and the hard work that I was able to perform under the 4 different coaches. For starters, Coach Alex is a great man. He actually has his own history. I do believe, but according to my simple research, he's one of the most decorated coaches in our country. So to me, that already shows he's a champion. So being coached by a champion, I should say I'm proud that I'm now being coached by another champion. I'm as well a champion, but so just imagine a champion coaching a champion. So that brings me to the expectations that it's going to be fire. I do believe it's going to be fire come next season. Yeah, all our lights are on, I can say. And then back to that inaugural game in Nachivubo. It was such a wonderful game, I should say. I want to commend Mr. Hamis Chigundu for putting up such a wonderful facility. Yeah, because yes, he did put it there, but then I do believe that it's for us, the footballers, that are going to gain a lot from it because it's us that are going to play in it. So I want to commend him so much for that actually sincere heart that he put up such a facility for us. And then I as well want to commend him and then to thank actually the entire management of URA Football Club, because it's official that it's going to be our home ground. Yeah, it's in the city center. That alone, it's going to motivate us, because I really believe the pitch being in the city center, we are going to acquire more fans, I should say, because I do believe we are going to play good football in that pitch. And the fact that it's strategically located in the city center, so it will be a little easier for the people to leave their workplaces, their businesses, to come and pass by and at least have a glance at what we are going to be playing. So that alone, it can only motivate me, because it's a good playing, it has a good playing surface, and then we shall get motivated, thinking in mind that people are going to be coming in good numbers due to the strategic location of the pitch. So all I should say is thank you, and thank you to the management for choosing wise the pitch, and then to the investor for making it happen. I surely felt very good, because to any player, such individual awards and team awards, sincerely speaking, I mean, anybody would want that. So I was extremely happy. And then I as well want to commend and thank my fellow players, because you can't do it alone. I mean, it's a team sport. Football is a team sport. So I want to commend all my players, that because of their support and because of them playing as well very well, it's the sole reason as to why I was picked man of the match. And so it was such a wonderful moment, sharing it before a very big number of fans that came on that day. So it was extremely just gorgeous being named man of the match that day. Yeah, the off-season it hasn't been the very best, I should say, due to the so many different things, of course. Yeah, but I as well want to thank God that on my side, I should call it fair, and how I've spent it. I happen to as well be a psychologist. So on the other hand, I've been working out a little, but not at a very high intensity, of course, to keep my body in shape, and then having a few small games here and there. And literally, basically, what I was focusing on a lot was mental health, because I used to move to so many academies, so many schools preaching mental health. The fact that surely mental health and Joshua, those are two different things. Actually, you can't take, those are two things that you can't like spread apart. So I've been preaching the mental health. I call it preaching because it's like preaching the word of God, for sure. Yeah, so I really, because I have a goal, and my target is to empower the communities. And I do believe that if everyone cares about their mental health, we shall have a better place and a better world to live in. So it's what I've been doing mostly this off season. Yeah, trying to empower people, and then trying to see that they care a lot about their mental health. To be sincere to you, first of all, I want to call upon my fellow players. First of all, in the due course, when they tell us that we are starting on a given day, I want to call upon all of them to turn up, so that we start as a unit. That is so key, because I do believe that this season unity is going to make us win, to be sincere to you. So I first want to urge all of them to turn up immediately they call us. Yeah, so that we start grinding, to be sincere to you. And then my other expectations are, I want to be sincere to you, looking straight into this camera. This season, it's not only a promise, but we are going to fulfill it. I do believe that we are going to have at least a trophy this season, to be sincere to you, because it's been years without this mighty club actually winning a thing. So it's our time this season, and we do believe that with all the manpower that we have around us, I do believe we are going to win at least a trophy this season. My life beyond football as Joshua Letti Lubwama, I happen to be a psychologist by profession. Yeah, having graduated with a bachelor's degree in mental health and community psychology. So beyond football, I as well tend to own a community-based organization in the names of Integrated Efforts for Change. Yeah, and this is an organization that I started up with an initiative of empowering communities through my mental health preachings, and then community outreaches and the like. So, and basically in that organization then, yes, I started up with a project, and it's called Beyond Sports Initiative. Like you said, yeah, this is going to be beyond sport, because it's not only targeting our sports, maybe sports academies, sports teams and the like, but it's as well reaching out to so many people around the country and around the globe. So basically and majorly, that's my other part of life. Yeah, and I'm so proud of it. Yeah, and like you said, it's an organization whereby I really need so many people to partner with me. For starters, yeah, my motherboard, Uganda Revenue Authority. To be sincere to you, this is a call to you. Yeah, because like you know, we go for outreaches. Of course, we need some facilitations, we need some sponsorships, because there are so many materials that we take. There are so many things that we take as we are going to empower communities, you know. So at least I'm requesting for support, I'm requesting for partnerships, yeah, so that we all come together and make this world a better place. Yeah, to the URA fans, all I can say is just wait for next season. Please don't get tired of supporting us. We really believe and we promise that we are going to do better this season. Please come in big numbers on match days, and not only match days, but keep supporting us, because whenever we see you people around us, we grow stronger, we get stronger, and then we develop this country and this club together. And then to the taxpayers, all I can say, it's our obligation to pay taxes. Every wonderful citizen and every good citizen is that citizen that pays the taxes. So like our motto says, that developing Uganda together, let's pay the taxes and we develop this country together. I know at times things may not move in the best ways, but then let's do it together. So developing Uganda together, and then tunalengo moja, that's how we say it.